I'm reading one creator-owned comic every day for a month, and today it was Sherlock Holmes Leviathan by the legendary Mike Barron and art by Richard Bonk. And first off, look what I got. I got the cool hardcover with this matte soft touch finish and this very fancy motif here in foil. We open it up, we get a cool little plate there with the signatures. And first off the bat, hang on. Look at this gorgeous art here by Richard Bonk. Very much so in the kind of European bande dessinée style that I'm very familiar with. But first thing I notice here is Mike really has captured Sherlock's voice. Actually, all the characters. That's how you can tell Mike is a professional writer. Straight away is the voices that he has for all his characters in this book. Seems spot on for me. And I am a fan of Sherlock Holmes. I've read, I think, all of the original stories. Pretty sure. I've watched tons of Sherlock Holmes movies and stuff like that. TV shows and whatnot. I think he absolutely nailed the voice here on these characters. The story starts... Look, we've got... Sherlock in his coke addict phase here. And he's, we all know Sherlock's mind rebels at stagnation. And he's always looking for some way to keep things moving. Well, this fella arrives here and he has a little bit of a mystery going on. And he offers to gift Sherlock a Stradivarius violin if he helps solve the missing cargo from his missing ship on the other side of the world. I think it's in... Maybe not on the other side of the world. No, it's in... Anyway, it doesn't matter where it is. But they're off on a sea voyage, even though Sherlock says he's not a fan of the sea. Here they go. They're off. And a little bit of an adventure. It's a little bit more of a hands-on Sherlock is Mike's Sherlock. You get into, a few fisticuffs, which is a bit similar to Robert Downey Jr.'s Sherlock, who gets into a lot of brawls as well. But I want to get to, because this is not just a straight sort of Sherlock mystery. This story really is, it's kind of like Mike, and at the end of it, he actually writes a letter. Like I was going to say it's a love letter, but he actually literally writes a letter about, his love of Victorian era. We've got Frankenstein, Dracula, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. There's also the bad guy in it, this guy here, Robo. He's from, I think that's a Jules Verne character as well. I think I just skipped over it. We saw it earlier. Like Frankenstein's monster literally is in it. He makes a little cameo appearance. So it really is, it's not just what you would imagine from a straight traditional Sherlock Holmes story. He's going all over sort of Victorian era literature. That's sort of, I guess the giant squid is a bit like the Kraken. But I wanted to get to Captain Nemo because this is a story really... Holmes and Nemo, kind of working together. And he's on the Nautilus here, which, is it the Nautilus? They call it the Leviathan. I'm not sure exactly if that's just a nickname or anything. But, yeah, they get embroiled in a global sort of anti-war conspiracy. And the cool thing about this Victorian era, it's the start of the Industrial Revolution. Everyone's excited about the new technologies coming in, and you got this underwater submarine, and ends up being a fight between that and the what do they call it, heavier than air ship, which I guess is sort of like the early industrial era. Where's that ship? Look, they end up in Japan. Pre-industrial era a word for an airship, I suppose. There it is. Hold on a sec. We get a good look at it. There it is there. So that's Robor in his airship. And yeah, so it's really, the story is about Sherlock and Nemo attempting to thwart Robor here. Obviously, you know, it's a Mike Barron story. It's going to be very well written. He carries along. It's very plot driven. You know, Sherlock is a established character at this point, and like I said, Mike really nails his voice. What I would like to see, if Mike continues on making Sherlock stories, which I hope he does because I love Sherlock, I would love to see, you know, a traditional, like, you know, a case, you know, like the game's afoot and have to solve it and everything. There was a little bit, obviously, you know, Sherlock's doing his thing. He's reading people and everything. But I would love to see more of that if they continue on. It's a big, thick, hefty book, a long read, great read. Go grab Sherlock Holmes Leviathan. You can probably get it at baroncomics.com. I will see you tomorrow for the next one. All right, bye.